Alright. We are live for some college football where Missouri takes on Iowa. At Iowa. Iowa always gives me fits. But maybe this will be the week we actually beat them. If not, oh well. I'll switch up the uniform because we haven't in a while. Can I do like an all yellow fit? Yeah.
The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Missouri Tigers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone and not work out.
Could have been bad, but he did work.
The Hawkeyes offense will take the field first. What a great group of receivers they run out there. And
what up, Cedric? Welcome to the stream.
Defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense.
Dang, I tackled him and got injured. I'm sorry, bro.
One guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
We don't want any broken tackles here.
The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
To the air on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting his defense on alert early.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Quick quickly to the tight end. Turning it on. Ball down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man.
I said no broken tackles today.
But it's a big game. 15 yards on the play.
Hold up, Chuck. No, we're trying.
Today's game in football, it's about getting your speedsters in space. Why? Because you let them do the rest. You get them the football quickly, let them break tackles. You see so many times them making plays after the catch. So hard to stop.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws.
Probably should not run a mid-blitz right here, but
because of his ability after the
nothing else
catch,
is
it's so
working.
unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Leaves it with the running back. Just steamrolling the defense. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep
Could have been
in the
bad.
red zone.
Could have been bad. Could have been bad.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna run it. It's Peppers.
These broken tackles, man.
To get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, on 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to getting the 1st down.
The Hawkeyes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Quarterback keeps it. And he waltzes it.
Was not expecting quarterback keeper.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
No, I think my last 2 games are
They get set for the
home games.
We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Yeah, I don't like the last few years. Like my last half of the schedule have been
Protect this lead.
terrible.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Missouri's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
This crowd trying to
Good, have good blocking.
for this offense.
No, because 74 can't hold a block to. Okay.
They're trying to run the
Thanks, 74.
nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Skips away from pressure. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
I was trying to throw a triangle, but he was covered.
Back to throw, it's Newton. It's complete to the left. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Tigers have their offense in high gear.
Not like that. It's probably not going to get it audible.
Hands it off.
Nope.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back to the 43.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to it early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
And this is going to be incomplete on
Tries to thread the needle.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it.
You know, this Iowa crowd's about to be raucous today.
Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The give to the left side.
Thank you.
Makes a stop in the backfield.
Good tackle.
Moves 4.
The TFL. I don't know if that fast receivers
Tough
or
way
not,
to
but
start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on
that's
second
fun,
and 15.
man.
Looking to fire. And the pass is incomplete. Charged loose by the hit.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
Good job, defense.
Okay, 3rd and long,
Now
everybody
offense.
is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw a screen.
Can we do
behind those.
something?
Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great, and the play went nowhere.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line.
Thank
Missouri
you.
has the offense ready to go on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. They'll try to pop the draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these.
Love to get something going on
down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
I don't know if my
Didn't get
offensive
much on
line
first
can
down. It's
hold
2nd and
up.
9. Looking to throw, it's Newton. They'll run the screen. Still running at the 40. Just what they were looking
Matt
for.
Clancy.
He's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Winston. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down.
Running up the middle.
On the next one.
Yeah, I think people look at that
This is
negative
slow down
sometimes,
territory.
finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Oh,
Just nowhere to go against this
it's my
defensive
offensive
line.
line.
Single yard he needed on 3rd down.
It really bothering me.
Quarterback now breaking the field. He'll be brought down, but it'll move the chains for Mizzou.
Oh, that's the end of the first quarter.
We've reached the end of one, and as is tradition here in Iowa City, we take a moment to say hi to the children of the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Hello, kids. No matter how many many times you see it, a moving moment here at Iowa between the first and second quarter when the entire crowd acknowledges the children across the way. Hope they enjoy the game as we continue in the second quarter.
I don't know if I'll be able to run a stretch.
After changing into the field.
That's the offensive line. That is, not a good plan.
Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
Come on, dog.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Well, I guess we're running a stretch.
Really moving on offense, set up with another first down. Trying the left side. Oh, better look out. There he goes. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Dropping back, it's Newton. Buys a little extra time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head.
Okay, one through.
Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive.
Thank you. Defense, I need you to step up one more time. See if we can get another 3 and out.
And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Open space at the 25. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
That was a bad call for the blitz.
Great big plays in the running game like this. This makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
He caught that? Okay.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Hawkeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He'll pull it on the read.
He's not expecting the quarterback to run it.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds a tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
No, they've only scored 1 touchdown. Calm down.
Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy game. Don't take a shot down.
Almost had him.
Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The Hawkeyes really need to keep this
Hold
drive
on to
alive
a
on
field goal.
third down.
Fantastic. Our turnover would be even
They'll
better.
try to get the first through the air. Dances away to my time. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You have got to have
How did I miss that
pass
tackle,
rushing
man?
integrity when you face this.
How did I miss that
quarterback.
tackle?
On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
A first down run on the doorstep. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score.
Just like that. Take that. And another.
There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3.
I can't run the ball.
On this play, loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
That's not going to be good for me.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Newton. Forced out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself.
Hey, nice put on that block, bro. If he throw a screen right here.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Safe completion on the screen. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
And a nice job slipping in the screen. Like, you got to know the situation when those pass rushers, Palmer, are going to come upfield and those situations when you can take advantage of the defense.
Yeah, I would love a David Pollock just running at me free and then finding a way to negotiate the throw around a guy that just knew he was going to be getting a sack. That feels so good. Complete the screen.
This is not the play I called.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They'll send the back in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Got the first.
When the football is thrown accurately, where I can catch it and
I'm throwing to my tight end,
it
yeah.
makes all the difference in the world. I can keep that speed up. Now I can break tackles like you see here and go make big plays for my offense.
Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop...
Oh, he's got some space. Got enough for the first. The 30. Running inside the 20. The
Why was the big man the only one running after the running back?
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels.
Like, why did everyone else stop running except for him?
Guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He'll try to tack on one more.
That was such bullshit, dude. We really had a D lineman running after him. Okay.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Buffalo is in front. They've represented Western New York so well today, but they still have to finish the job, and that's not a given. They're up by 5.
I just have to
Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best
try and
team
air
in
this
the
bitch out, please.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those
Cannot
guys
get a
will
run
keep
game
an eye out
going.
for us. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Okay.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Good pick up.
We are trying.
Right short of the sticks. Looking to pass. It's Newton. And that's incomplete. A defender.
Oh, you caught that.
Over him, knocked the ball
I didn't mean
around.
to
Fourth
go
down
for it.
coming up. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Missouri will have to send out the punt team.
I really thought Clancy caught that. That would have been nice.
Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, I find it hard.
Brothers in Christ, why can't you bring...
He stopped at the 40, but it'll be first down here
Okay.
late
EA
in
is
the
doing their bullshit now.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining.
If we can hold on to... Oh, I can't pick a play. Okay.
Working well
I
behind
don't know
the
why I
sticks
won't let
on
me pick a
second
play.
down. Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. Gets it to him on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Third down coming up after the completion. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. And runs through another guy. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Iowa.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to...
Alright, there's one person who broke a tackle. There's two people. Number 3 got juked.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass.
Oh my.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Dropping back, it's Newton. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
I wish my team would break tackles like all the other teams I play. That would be actually great.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Iowa City has given us a fun first half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that back.
93 rush yards on 8 attempts. And I
getting
can't run the ball though.
reviews
In my
on a
life.
weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something
Like, I don't know how 43 didn't
tough to quantify.
tackle him.
With that said, let's kick it back to the guys inside.
And then they had just the D lineman running after him. The only person I've really been able to throw the ball to is Clancy off of that motion play.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Missouri
Once again, try to run it.
Got blown out in the first half.
On the offensive line, they're going to block work shit.
To generate momentum here in the third quarter.
Nope.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
They really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to
Go, Joey. Break that tackle. Oh, wait, I forgot. I'm not Iowa.
Make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have...
Number 74. Why can't you hold a block, my guy?
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Oh, you broke that tackle.
And he broke one tackle on the
Proud
way
of you.
to a solid pickup there.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Bro, why didn't you hold on to that?
This offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. Iowa has the ball back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything there.
Are you kidding me?
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
We're right there, but can't bring them down. Just like
One play in this drive, and already out to the
every
41.
game.
It's first down.
Like, I don't understand how the other team breaks so many tackles, dude. I don't understand.
It brings up 2nd and 9.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to the running game. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll make the stop.
Finally brought them down.
Short of the first down. And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think
Pressure all over the quarterback.
Press the button. Didn't know why I didn't throw the ball.
They'd given up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Snagged in the middle. It's Thorne. And they're able to get him on the ground.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And
They
my
make the
offensive
stop
line is
about
hurt.
4 yards short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So Missouri will have to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33.
Swear to God, if that would have
in pretty good field
That
position.
man get a special teams touchdown.
They'll go to the ground. There
This
we go.
tackling is
Got
so
it for the first.
ass.
And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
And obviously
We have
this
-1
offense
rushing
has had
yard.
their way, getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
Dislocated ankle.
coordinators down the road that have to
My
play this
starting
offense,
center
they're gonna have
dislocated his
big
ankle.
Because this unit
Well,
has so
damn.
much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
It's definitely the
We
wide
wanna
receiver's job to create space, right? So
put a
whether you're running a
spy.
go or you're running a hitch
Yes.
like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Wants to pass it. Gets rid of it.
Wow.
Grab near the marker. It's Glenn.
Wow.
Bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can
They really
smell
ran a
the
trick play on 3rd down.
The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. Going to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside.
43,
the
what the
10 of
fuck was
as they're
that?
trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And they take it in for 6 more points. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now.
Usually I
Check
can
in
play
with
a close
the
game
Hawkeyes.
against
Kevin, what do you
Iowa,
got?
but this year, this Iowa team
On a
is
notable game
different.
going on right now in the ACC. NC State is just getting blown off the field today. This has been a gong show since the opening kick. How does something like this happen? They're trailing by 14 to Pittsburgh.
Back to pass. It's Newton. Intercepted, number 19. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Great place to start for this offense. Got it behind the line. It's Glenn.
Number 27,
And
knock
they
that
pick
ball
up
out.
just a few on that completion.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Leaves it with the back. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And that run really didn't
All right,
go
let's see if they
anywhere.
run a trick
Sometimes
play on
we
this
don't
one.
focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Oh, well, hold them to a field goal.
Drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Ooh, and he missed.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Thorne.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Oh, they're after him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but you've got fast guys too. And that time, that was a great play call.
Joey Thorne.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. They're lining up in the wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Vincent. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to throw, it's Newton. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking up passes. They've got their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Man, a great job by
I completed 200 passes this season. Go
do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. They dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Good at throwing dots.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback.
That was almost picked.
On that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
That's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
Wants to throw again. Makes a
they were all over at that time.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Still looking on the move. He'll get rid of it. Complete to the right.
That is not who I was throwing to, but Clancy, you beautiful man.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an
Beck's going for the goal line. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. And after after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
Good score, Vincent. Steven Chinte.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
Good.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. And they'll bring him down to
I
get
need
the offense started on the next drive.
defense don't knock the ball. I should start going for truck sticks. He's not going to tackle anyway. Might as well.
They'll keep it on the ground here, off right tackle. Hard running there. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time.
Good job.
Set up
Good
big
job,
plays down
defense.
the road for your offense.
Way to step up.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The kick is on its way. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field.
I'm just going to slam this to you, see if you can.
Dropping back, it's Newton.
No.
Quarterback just flat, missed it, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Throws to the wideout. Pick off again. He's now
Jump that route.
20 interception.
Well, you can't blame this offense for wanting to be aggressive. They're down by a lot on the scoreboard here, and that time going 4 verticals, trying to stretch the defense, see if someone can get open. But David,
First off, that wasn't 4
expecting it,
verticals.
and they were able to come away with the INT.
Yeah, the only thought I have right now, Jesse, is I'm playing deep. I can't give up the big plays. I want to make them earn it. The clock is my friend. Getting the lead, having the lead in the 4th quarter. Nice execution by this defense. And this one ain't over, but it's looking more like it.
They've got the lead, but here in the 4th quarter, it's starting to dwindle. And if they're going to hang on to this game, they've got to be able to run it. It's a really tough thing to do when the opponent knows exactly what you're going to do. This is what you're
Number 94.
You've got to be the more physical unit right now.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections. But the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead. And a lot of times for a loss and put the offense in a bind.
A little screen to the running back. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Hawkeyes will
See, why can't
follow
this?
their punt
We have this
team.
defense in the
Let's
first
see if he
half.
can help the coverage team out with this one.
Still, I mean, my offense is still not doing the greatest.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over, and this coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now...
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field. When it gets in long yardage situations, defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making this situation a lot more manageable.
They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Looking to throw, it's Newton. Flips it out on the screen. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh,
yeah, we didn't get a fumble there, dog.
The fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass on second down. He wants a big play here late. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Missouri wants to go fast.
What the hell?
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
I'm trying to spike the ball.
They're a perfect 2
right,
for 2
pick
on
up.
fourth down. They'll go for the hat trick. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs. Iowa has it back on offense.
I did not get my
The wave to the end zone.
tight end.
Now
I've not got my
the chance to
tight
take a
end
knee
ball.
and just put the finishing touches on this
Dang.
victory.
Yeah, and this offense has
Games
done their
in a
job, man.
minute.
They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
Yeah, that second quarter was
Taking our girlfriend and parents
ass.
for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for
Oh,
this
yeah.
team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
21.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing
Long
board.
ass
You get to
run.
go
Really,
back, you
that's
get to
the
have
best.
another week of practice as a coaching staff. Try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Gonna
Yeah,
need a big locker room
82,
speech after this one,
there.
David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch with your coaches, and you're going to see the
151
mess-ups and all
rushing
the
yards
things you
is
could have done better, but you got to learn from it. You got to get better. You got to grow, and that's how that works.
Yeah, most of these were
Thanks so much
sacks.
for spending some time with us. For
Mizzou
David
had
Pollack and
22
Jesse
rushing
Palmer, I'm
yards.
Reese Davis, and this has been another
Not the greatest.
presentation of EA Sports College
18 for
Football.
35, 158 yards, 51% completion. Pass. I have a couple of drops. There's only 2 drops. Yeah, I tight end did have 1 catch this game. Didn't throw to Terry only once. That's never good. We play Ohio State at Ohio State. I thought that was a home game, but apparently it's a road game, so. On the road at OSU next week, and then we'll finish the season home against Missouri for Senior Day. I gotta see how long my center is supposed to be out. "5 weeks. So yeah, he's not coming back. Damn. Damn, you never like to see that. Well, he's a freshman, so hopefully he'll be back next year. Who didn't ready up? Oh, Adam didn't ready up. Nor did Kyson. Well, that'll do it for this stream. Thank you for tuning in. You enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you on the next stream.